Hello everybody, my name's Star Raptor, and welcome to another episode of This Week in Star Wars Canon. If you're new to the show, basically what I do is I go over everything new in the Star Wars continuity. This could be anything from the TV series, the comics, the novels, and the video games. And with this week, it brought us issue number 22 of Star Wars. I really enjoyed that cover with a Star Destroyer looming in the background with all the Red Squadron there with Luke leading them in his Red 5. So, basically, this is part 2 of the last flight of the Harbingers story arc. So, last time we seen Luke, Leia, and Han was in the final issue of the Rebel Jail series. So now we have the Rebellion who is trying to take command of this Star Destroyer. They're trying to use it for the Rebellion. So they have this pretty crazy plan to take this thing over, and it involves the Millennium Falcon along with Red Squadron. I think Luke leads them. I'm not sure if he's their commander or an officer or not. But just breaking it down into the things I really enjoyed about this comic was, first off, we have a new artist on board for this arc. His name's Jorge Molina, and I think he does a great job of making things fresh for this issue and this arc going forward. I mean, first page you open up, and it's this epic sprawl of a landscape of space with the Star Destroyer and all these TIE fighters and X-Wings. Like, that splash page is one hell of a shot, and it's one thing that's going to pull you forward into this issue, which was phenomenal as far as like the space combat is concerned, because that's basically a majority of what this felt like. And moving more into the space battle aspect of things, it definitely brought about like a New Hope kind of aspect to this issue, because, you know, it involves proton torpedoes and going into reactors and everything like that. So that was really, really cool. I like that a lot. First off, I mean, I really like to see the characters. Was really cool seeing Wedge in there. I did think it was a little odd that his name was Red 3. I'm pretty sure his name's Red 2. Actually, I'm certain his call sign is Red 2. So I guess after Death Star Assault, they kind of changed it. Although I don't know, in Return of the Jedi, was he also Red 2? Let me know in the comment section below if you followed that, because I was a little bit confused reading that. But nonetheless, it was awesome seeing Wedge. I think that was the first time we actually seen Wedge in any of these comics so far, and I'm a big fan. Also, another character we've seen was Sana Starros. So she was aboard the Star Destroyer helping them out. She's a great, strong female character that is one of the best additions to the new Star Wars canon, in addition to Dr. Aphra, of course. And I did hear a rumor that, you know, they're looking for a young black female character to be casted in a new Han Solo standalone movie. So, I mean, come on. I mean, it's pretty much like they're pointing at this character like we want to have her in a movie. And that would be amazing if we had a comic character adapted into a live-action movie. I mean, they've done it with the Clone Wars character Saw Gerrera, and they're putting him in Rogue One. So let's just keep the trend going, Lucasfilm. Let's pull all this canon forward. This is why I do this show, is because everything is going into one seamless story now. I got a little bit of a tangent going on there, but and the only thing I didn't really like about this is, I know they're coming, but we had Scar Squad is supposed to be in this arc somewhere, and we know the first issue of this arc, which came out last month, had a whole central story about these elite stormtroopers, so we know they're going to get into play. But, you know, I don't want to give too much away about this issue's plot, because I think it's pretty awesome how the Rebels steal the Star Destroyer. It's definitely kind of hilarious, and it's just, you know, it brings back the hijinks of Luke, Leia, and Han, you know, in the original trilogy, and the crazy stuff they get into. So I definitely enjoyed reading Star Wars number 22. Definitely picked that up. But that wasn't all we had this week in Star Wars canon. We also had issue number 3 of the Force Awakens adaptation. Alright, so this issue takes place basically right when Finn gets strangled by the Rathtar, and it goes through basically Maz's castle, and it ends with Rey finding Luke's lightsaber. So this was a solid issue. You know, I'm not a fan particularly of this comic series. you know, mainly because they don't offer anything new in this storyline. I mean, it shouldn't really offer anything new in a storyline, but you know, it's just like I've seen the movie so many times now, and the way that this comic plays out is like exact lines of dialogue and exact snapshots of the scenes playing out in the movie are just transplanted into comic form. And for the most part, they do a pretty good job with that. I mean, first off, they don't do narration in this issue, which is definitely a benefit because I thought that was kind of strange in the first issue. They were like setting things up. It's like, yeah, we can kind of tell because we have a comic. It's a visual thing. We could tell. And just Star Wars comics in general don't really use narration too much. And in this issue, some of the character likenesses were a little bit off for me, you know, particularly Rey and Finn. Some of those panels, it was looking like Rey was a little overweight, and Finn did not look like John Boyega in some of those. But, you know, if you like The Force Awakens, you know, you picked up the novel adaptation, give this a try. I know it's going to come out in hardcover in December. We got 2 more issues of this coming out. So that's going to do it for me with This Week in Star Wars Canon, guys. Let me know what you thought in the comment section below. I believe next week we're going to have Han Solo number 3 and maybe Darth Vader number 25, last issue. Like I said before, I think it got delayed. I'm not particularly sure, but we're going to come back next week and I'll have something up for you. So thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you. Did you enjoy this video? Then make sure you go ahead and hit that thumbs up symbol. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Subscribing to my channel will help me out, and it helps you guys out, keeping up to speed on all my latest content. Speaking of which, you can catch my weekly Star Wars show down over there. You can see a recent review I've done over there, and you can follow me on social media, Twitter @StarRaptor, as well as Facebook.com/StarRaptor.